Hi guys, it's Rickaquaog here and welcome to another video. So just like we always do when we are making our phone reviews, where we share 5 reasons why you should purchase it and 5 reasons why you shouldn't purchase it, we're doing the same thing for the Starlink. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you should consider purchasing the Starlink satellite and 5 reasons why you shouldn't consider purchasing it right now. Remember, whilst I'm making this video, this is currently not officially available in Ghana, but you can still purchase it here to use in Ghana. Always remember this, maybe in a couple of months when it's officially available in Ghana, we might make an updated version of this video. But let's get right to it. 5 reasons why you should purchase the Starlink satellite. Let's go. So the first one we're going to talk about has to do with cost to data benefits. Whilst I'm making this video, right, in my office, like I said, we use the Vodafone fiber and I pay about 410 Ghana cedis for about 250 gigabytes worth of data. I also asked a few of my friends and this is what they had to say. One of them pays about 500 Ghana cedi for about 520 gigabytes worth of data, or 1000 Ghana cedi for about 1.1 terabytes worth of data. One also pays about 330 Ghana cedis for about 210 gigabytes worth of data, and this actually goes on. My brother also pays about 310 Ghana cedis and get about 210 gigabytes worth of data. I think that is Telecel as well. So in comparison to what the Starlink is offering right now, I paid about 49,000, which is about 500 Ghana cedi-ish, and I get unlimited data for a whole month. So basically, when you compare it to all of the telecommunication networks here are offering, it looks like what Starlink is offering is way better in comparison to any of these. Even getting 1 terabyte and paying about 1000 Ghana cedis, that is crazy. And this is unlimited. As I'm making the video right now, I've used it a little over 10 days. I've used about 300 gigabytes already. I can't wait to see what I've used in a month, and that is going to be crazy. And I just paid 500 Ghana cedi. So the cost and data benefits in comparison to the local telecommunication networks is definitely a win for Starlink. That's number one. Let's get to number two. So number two has to do with portability. So Starlink has a lot of services that you can subscribe to. I actually subscribe to the roaming, and what that means is that, for instance, a couple of friends and I are actually traveling. You're going on a weekend trip, and guess what? I can actually carry my Starlink because I'm on a roaming service, and when we get to the other region that we are going to, we can have fast internet connection for everybody to use. But when it comes to the fiber networks that we have in our homes currently, you can't actually take it with you wherever you're going. I know you might be able to share some of your data to it, but in comparison with it, whatever you share with your mobile devices, that is also limited, and you can actually run out of data whilst you travel. So the mobility and the portability that the Starlink actually offers is definitely really cool. So when it comes to portability, it's definitely better than the fixed positions that we get with fiber networks here in Ghana. So number 3 has to do with global coverage. One of the unique features about Starlink is the ability to have connection almost anywhere that you are. When it comes to the fiber optic cable, as I'm making this video right now, the only reason why I don't have fiber in my home is that I'm so far away from the main road, and the telecommunication networks haven't been able to reach here yet to give me fiber optic connection. And you could also be having similar issues when it comes to the cell towers in your area. If you're very far away from a cell tower, you might not be able to get good connection. But that is not the case when it comes to Starlink. No matter where you find yourself, once you have a clear view to the sky, you will be able to have very good internet connection. That is the whole dream that Elon is trying to sell to us. And it actually, so being able to connect to the internet wherever you find yourself is really cool. So global connectivity is definitely a win for Starlink. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 has to do with rapid deployment. So for instance, if I want to have fiber optic cable in my home, one, I have to call my telecommunication network. They have to buy a lot of cables. They have to come and do some diggings. They have to do some connections. And that will definitely take a long time for me to set up in my home. When it comes to Starlink, once you have the dish, the app on your phone and everything, you can be able to finish setting it up in probably less than 15 minutes or even less than 10 minutes. That's how easy it is to put together your Starlink to use at any point in time. You can easily pick it up, set it up anywhere that you are, and you're good to go. But when it comes to the fiber optic cables, it takes a very long time for you to set this up, and it's definitely another win. Last but not the least is going to be resilience to natural disasters. So local telecommunication networks that we use here in Ghana definitely set up their operations through fiber optic cables, telecommunication masts, and all these kind of stuff, right? So definitely when there's some kind of natural disaster, rain, storms, or anything like that, these infrastructures could definitely get destroyed. And when this happens, is that it's definitely going to affect our network connectivity. This is something that happens even when there are rains. Some of their infrastructure can actually get destroyed. But this is something you won't be experiencing when it comes to the Starlink satellites, because all that they do is that they need a direct view of the sky and they are going to connect directly to the satellite and they're going to give you your internet connection. So this is something that you're definitely not going to be experiencing when you decide to buy the Starlink satellites. Now let's talk about 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy the Starlink satellites. The first one has to do with cost. Mainly because as I'm making this video right now, Starlink is not natively available here in Ghana. So you have to import it from neighboring countries, and you all know how the city is going right now. Once they import it into Ghana, you're going to be paying a hefty price to get one of these. You'll probably be paying about 8, 9, 10,000 or even more than 10,000 sometimes just to get the Starlink kit. And that is really crazy before you have to pay for the subscription that comes on top of it. So right now, as I'm making this video, this is not available here, so it's very expensive to pick one of these up. But definitely, hopefully in the future, when this is natively available here in Ghana, we can actually pay a very good price for it. But who knows? In 3 or 4 months time, when this comes here, the city is not like 20 cities or anything, which is going to be very, very bad for all of us. So definitely the cost is a major factor you should consider when you're buying the Starlink kits right now. Number 2 has to do with location and obstructions, right? So to be able to get the best out of your Starlink satellites, for instance, if you find yourself in a very foresty area and your house is engulfed by trees or anything like that, this is going to be a problem for you because you need direct view of the sky to be able to use the satellite dish. So if this is a problem for you, you find yourself in 3 or 4 story building apartments and you can't have that view, that is going to be a problem. If you find yourself in foresty area, that is going to be a problem. So that is the luxury not everybody has. So your location and obstructions is definitely going to be something you should consider if you're buying the Starlink satellites. You can't put it in your room and use it. It always has to be outside. And number 3 has to do with latency. So the dream that Elon was trying to sell to us is that due to the fact that these satellites are actually hovering very close to the earth, the connection between them is supposed to give us very low latency. That is, the communication between the satellites, the distance is supposed to be very, very short, which means very low latency. But the truth is, for me, this is for me, where I find myself using this right now, my latency is definitely very, very poor, especially when I'm playing games. I always get about 100 plus milliseconds, which is definitely not the best. So for me, it is not the best. But maybe if you find yourself in Nigeria where the servers are actually closer to you, that might not be a problem. But right now, that is a problem for me when I'm gaming. It's not the best for me. So the latency when it comes to the communication between the satellites is definitely not the best. Make sure you check it out for your area before you buy it. And number 4 is definitely going to be weather. Yes, the satellite always needs direct contact to the sky. So on very, very heavy rainy days or very, very cloudy days or anything that has any obstructions, the weather condition is very bad, tornadoes or anything like that. If you find yourself in a region like that, that might be a problem for you. So if you find yourself in a very cloudy or a very rainy area that your cloud is always obstructed, this might not be the best for you. But last but the most important, yes, it's actually very important fact, there's even people that actually have Starlink natively available in their region still suffer from this. Customer support. It's so hard to reach Starlink right now. Unlike our local telecommunication networks when you can actually just pick up your phone, dial *100, call Vodafone, MTN or anything like that, you can't do that when it comes to Starlink. You have to go into the app and start a ticket. It's a whole process. It could take days and days and days before they reply to you. So contacting customer support right now is definitely a problem. So if you know you're the kind of customer support every minute, every hour just to solve your problems, you might have difficulty right now. So that is something you should notice, or that is something you should consider when you're buying the Starlink satellite right now. So these are my 5 reasons why you should buy the Starlink router and 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy the Starlink router. If I missed anything or you think I should add anything to the list, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe because I'll be bringing you more exciting videos like this. And as usual, stay liquid and I'll see you in my next upload. Peace, I'm out.